Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Witcher 3 Hearts of Stone. We are in the memory land of Iris von Everec, or the painted world of Iris von Everec. And we are to go to the parlor and face her greatest nightmare. Which, as I alluded to in the previous episodes, is probably from memory the hardest fight in the entirety of all the games. Or all the game and all the DLCs.
My dearest wife, letters from Olgierd to Iris, where I only as skilled with words as I am with my blade, especially now, when an icy void grips my heart. I see how you look at me, and I see you wither. I cannot help you, but I believe I can cease harming you. This letter and this rose are my farewell. May you live in health, and remember but the good times, Olgierd.
Her greatest nightmare. It's what Olgierd became. One shot. That's why I remember this being as hard as it is, because he does ludicrous amounts of damage. You have to essentially do the entire fight without dying, ever. It's pretty ridiculous. When I say without dying, without getting hit, ever. You just can't get hit. If you get hit, you die. And that was just during the normal game. I think I could survive 2 or 3 hits. In New Game Plus, don't have a chance. I get hit, I die. So I'm going to cut to my successful attempt at beating them. You won't have to sit through the rest of this.
As life is. The sky. The sky. How long are you gonna make it?
There we go. Weird they give you a cutscene for that. It's not a very surprising, like, it's not like a really theatrical cutscene. It's weird that they give it to you like that, but whatever. Whew, that took a few deaths. Dodging is easier than parrying, worth noting.
You're not him.
No, I am not.
Wait, I want to talk.
Not here. Not in this place.
Back to the real world it is, then. Actually, no, you don't go to the real world. You stay here. In the painted world.
I'm sorry. I mistook you for another.
For Olgierd?
I thought he'd returned. To me.
She still loves him.
A ghost? An illusion?
I am sadness.
Fuck.
Saw you before, but you weren't yourself. And I saw you again in your memories.
We've met. I don't recall. I had bad dreams. That is all I know.
I've come for the violet rose Olgierd gave you.
On the day we saw one another for the last time, I dried it and placed it in our chamber, at my bedside. I lay there for days, staring at it, until at last it crumbled into dust, as did I soon after.
So, the rose is gone?
Not from this world. Look, you buried my body and the flowers bloomed once more. And I was held in a deep, dark sleep. Only now have I awoken, just like my beautiful rose. When you placed the sketchbook on my grave, I remembered learning to draw my husband's face. Tell me, how is Olgierd? Healthy? Does he fare well?
Your husband's got a powerful enemy. Gaunter O'Dim. Know the name?
I curse the day I first heard it.
Who is he, and how'd he step into your lives?
It's my fault. It was for me Olgierd summoned the Man of Glass. And it was my fault he wished for riches, then immortality for us both. Olgierd will best O'Dim, won't he? Now tell me, how is my husband?
He pretends to be happy, but he isn't.
Your husband hunts out ever stronger sensations. He tempts fate, because at heart he's unhappy.
At heart he is stone, so nothing has changed. And did Olgierd mention me? What did he say?
Not much, but I didn't ask about you. He just sent me to retrieve the rose.
The rose? The last I have left of him? His last gift?
She still clearly loves him a lot.
Got a feeling the rose is important to you, more than a memento.
I remember so little. Yet when I think of my rose, I begin to recall what was. The world around me turns real, and my eyes open wide and I recognize things. Remember who I am and who I was.
Friend once told me about a case like this. Could be strong emotions that bind you to the rose, feelings we Witchers call pins. They're what keeps you in this world.
Like an insect pinned in a collection case. Horrible.
Somewhat.
Need to be honest, if I take the rose, you might cease to exist, as might the world you built around you.
And what will happen then? Shall I be free of the suffering, the sadness? Is it the void that awaits?
I don't know.
I don't wish to suffer any longer, but I fear there will be cold and darkness until there is nothing at all.
is an interesting choice here. She doesn't know what she wants, and I can't give her reassurances one way or the other that she'll enjoy it. Continuing to live, she'll continue to suffer, but if she dies, as she says, she fears the cold and the darkness. Another small note is that if we take the rose, and she does cease to exist, that will also free the demons that are forced to serve her, which is something. I think I'm going to take the rose. I've done both multiple times, but I think I'm going to take the rose this time.
I need the rose. Will you give it to me?
It's so fragile. Look, the petal edges have turned crimson, as they were on the day I received it. The one thing missing is the single drop of dew which slid down the leaf when I took the rose in hand. Or was it blood? Because I pricked my finger? I can't remember. You know, I never did read the letter from Olgierd. I didn't have to. And I needn't have kept the flower he left me. I've come to a decision. I shall give you the rose.
Our service thus ends. Thank you, stranger, for freeing us.
Before we go, some advice. Beware of the one called the Man of Glass. Stand in his way, and you'll meet a fate worse than death. Seek salvation in glass that can't be broken.
Glass that can't be broken?
So long.
I'll remember you, Iris von Everec.
That no longer matters. Farewell.
I find something beautiful about this. There's also something incredibly sad, but there's a beauty in her accepting her fate. It's a strange beauty, but it's a beauty nonetheless. And I think it's probably better than her suffering and existing for eternity. Anything's must be better than that. This may end up being a relatively short episode. Because... Actually, no, you know what? I'll go back and I'll talk to Olgierd, because from memory you don't... because you have to... Yeah, that's fine. Let's... First things first. Let's look at this, I wanted to show you this here. The Violet Rose. Kind of ridiculous that we have that. I want to go to Journal. Level 92 is what this quest is. It's kind of insane. So, let's head to the Alchemy Inn. This place is much nicer now that it's been cleansed. There's no more preternatural fog, which is always a good thing in my mind. I believe there's a fast travel point down here. I've probably like montaged my fight against Olgierd in there somewhere, so I'm probably actually a bit longer than I'm thinking I am. My timer is currently 12 minutes, but I paused it while I was fighting Olgierd, so... What's this? Miller seeks apprentice. Looking for an apprentice to lighten the load a tad, for ever since the fields around the lake were cleansed of those little knickerbuggers' nests, I've had so much work, sweat's pouring down my ass crack in rivers. Room and board will be provided. Metrum of Lower Mill. That's really cool. I cleared out those necker nests. So this game still surprises me at the depth that they put into it. It's absolutely insane. It makes me really excited for Cyberpunk, by the way. When I see stuff like this, it always reminds me how good CD Projekt is as a company. But this note, they've just it's here because I cleared out those necker nests. That's fantastic. Alright, so first things first, let's fast travel to Oxenfurt. Down to the harbour. And then I think I'm going to meditate. Till the morning, why not? Seven in the morning, why not?
Mustn't think like that.
And let's go see if we can find Olgierd. He did say he was leaving, so we're not going to find Olgierd so much as we're going to find his compatriots.
Know what they say about you, lot?
2 points, and be quick about it.
Oh, please, good sir, a bit of courtesy.
So I look up, and Bob's your uncle. He downs half the barrel in one draft.
Geralt, over here.
Or maybe we won't find his compatriot.
Oi, wait your looks. Use the look of a man who knows how to drink.
Thanks. Some other time.
Here now. Don't make me beg. My treat.
That is true power. Nothing, not even Siri, has this kind of power.
Show off.
Of course I am. Wouldn't you be? Time's a marvelous plaything.
And a great spice to use in gingerbread.
So, you were listening. Indeed, occasionally I find time manipulation irresistible. Controlling it offers so many appetizing opportunities. Like spiking the soup of unsavory individuals with appropriately ghastly things.
You actually control time, or is this just some conjurer's trick?
What difference does it make?
A big one.
Let us say, time has always fascinated me. So I taught myself how best to use it.
Why time of all things?
Geralt, there are 4 dimensions. Length, width, height, and time. What would you have me fall in love with? Width? Come now.
A fantastic line. In no way does it answer the question whatsoever.
Who are you really?
Gaunter O'Din, also known...
Not what I'm asking.
Ah, so you'd rather know what it is I do. In brief, I give folk what they ask for. You might say, I simply grant their wishes.
And drop them in a world of hurt.
No, not I. That would be their poorly formulated wishes. I'm no cheat. I give folk what they want, nothing more. That the oft-desired unworthy things, that is entirely the fault of their rotten natures.
You're not human, that's clear. So what are you? A demon? A djinn?
Do you really wish to know?
Yes.
God damn it, Geralt.
No, Geralt. You don't. This one time I shall spare you, and not grant your wish. All who have learned my true name are now either dead, or have met an even worse fate. Yet I still need you.
Ooh. That line is always impressed me. Specifically the delivery of that line, because the line itself is actually quite cheesy and edgy, but he delivers it so beautifully. It's so matter-of-fact, and it doesn't come across at all as trying to be, ooh, I'm so tough. He's just, it's really well delivered.
So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I wanted to congratulate you. You acquitted yourself splendidly with Olgierd. In fact, you've almost satisfied your debt.
Was supposed to fulfill his 3 wishes. Did just that. This is where you remove the brand, 'cause we're even.
Nearly. To fulfill the terms of the contract to the letter, you must do one more thing. Draw Olgierd to the Temple of Ilvani.
We never discussed that.
Oh, but we did. As a man of the world, you should know that every contract contains a catch or two. Small print, which, nevertheless, changes the ultimate meaning of the pact. This applies to oral contracts as well. Recall that I said, and I quote, "I believe, however, that all will end well, and once it does, we three shall meet and thank one another for the voyage we shared." End quote.
Yeah, I remember.
Fulfill your end of the bargain, and I will remove the brand.
He never specified we'd meet at the Temple of Lilvani.
That was the last time you interrupted me while I was talking to someone.
Jesus fucking Christ.
What the devil? Why is there a fly in my soup? Was waiting. Had an eye out for you. Didn't see you come in. How is it you're here?
Old Witcher's trick. I concentrate real hard, and I can control time and space.
You tossed this fly in my soup?
No. Now listen carefully. Tell your Ataman to come to the Temple of Lilvani. It's south of here. Entrance is inside a cave.
Ah! What's the commotion?
Lilvani's temple. Got it?
Aye, got it. Hold there! Your friend, the medic. She were here. Ask that you look in on her.
Thanks.
Good to know.
No stranger to the bottle, eh?
He were there, alive, a moment ago.
Blind drunk he was. Maybe he fainted.
Fell on a
Butcher in
spoon.
the house. No wonder folk are dropping. Cursed and next.
Yeah. So time manipulation. That is by far the most powerful thing you see in the entirety of all the Witcher games. Ciri can teleport herself between dimensions and to a certain degree through time. Just by the nature of going through dimensions, if she was more apt at it, she could actually manipulate where she goes in time as well. But I don't think she's anywhere close to that yet. But theoretically she could do it. She could travel through time. But stopping time... that's insanely powerful. And it's just a pure flex on Gaunter's part, where he's just like, I'm gonna do this trivially for no other reason than that man was taking my time. He was taking my time, so I stopped it. And I took the rest of his. It's terrifying and powerful, and it just shows how powerful he really is. But nevertheless, that's going to be the end of this episode. Next episode, we're going to go talk to Shani. But if you like this video, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time, where we're going to go talk to Shani, and then the episode after that, probably, we're going to finish up this DLC, which is kind of insane. I don't know how many episodes it's going to be, 70... like 21 episodes? 20 or 21 episodes, I believe. But in any case, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.